Happy Pura Vida Tuesday, guys. But to be honest, it's not the happiest of Pura Vida Tuesdays, so let's just go ahead and get right into it. So unfortunately, Bastile has passed away, and so I guess we'll just kind of tell her little story there if you haven't been watching or keeping along or you're new here. Bastile, we had a breeder female from Canova. She was a black pastel, spot nose, gravel, red stripe, het clown female, beautiful snake. Really cool personality, one of the most active and curious snakes, probably the most active and curious snake in our collection. Whenever you had her out cleaning her tub or whatever, she's going all up over you. Really nice temperament as well. Not like, she wasn't so active that you were like, whoa. It's like, she was just very inquisitive snake. When we got her from Canova, which was probably several months ago, she took a little longer to eat, probably like 3 weeks or so, maybe close to a month. Which is, nothing crazy out of the ordinary, but I was like, that is kind of odd. But so, and then we did get a few successful feedings with her, but then after that, she regurgitated one time. So I'm like, okay, that's kind of weird. But her scales, her eyes, her mouth, everything about her looked normal. So I'm like, okay, whatever. So I wait 2 weeks, and now, which I know now, you want to wait closer to 3 weeks or a month. So fed her again, and I'm not exactly sure, but I know from the first time she regurgitated to now, obviously, she had eaten again successfully. So it was either she had a regurg and then ate successfully, or maybe even had a second regurg and then ate successfully, but then that was about the last time she ate. So we probably got, all in all, probably like 2 or 3 feedings with her. Her last little bit of her story was that she regurged, and then I waited about 3.5 weeks. I'd reached out to, I guess I can just say it, Windy City Morphs, really good guy. Whenever I have questions, I'm usually asking him or Canova. So I reached out to both of them, and they both, they said about 3.5 weeks, you're gonna wait. Make sure your husbandry's good and all that, which I figured it was, and it was, because we don't have any other issues with any other snakes. This had gotten to a point where I'm talking with Canova that they're saying, hey, well, if you want to send her back, it sounds like she's pretty upset with the stomach right now. We'll treat her with that and stuff. So I'm in the talks with them over that, and we have that going. We had that all set up to do. I just printed out the shipping label they made for us, had the supplies and everything. This is Tuesday, so we were planning on shipping yesterday on Monday. And unfortunately, when I woke up Sunday and got back from work about midday, opened her tub to see, and she had passed away, which is very saddening and very a little confusing. So let me back up a little bit. 2 weeks ago, we got her to eat a little ASF, and her body size was declining, but nothing crazy. It wasn't like, whoa, she looks horrible. It was just a little bit of, you could kind of see the back kind of, spine. It wasn't round. It was like this, but nothing very where you're like, wow, this doesn't look good. It was just a snake that has been losing some size. So she eats successfully, a little ASF about this big. Eats that successfully, so I'm like getting pumped. Well, when I'm cleaning out her tub after that, there's like in the back, there's like a lot of liquid, and it's not water. It's like a lot of liquid, but it's the same, it looks like water, but it smells real bad. So I'm like, okay, I'm cleaning all that up. It's a little weird, but I'm like, okay, whatever, I don't know, I'm thinking about it, but nothing like crazy. So the next time I look in her tub, she looks like about the same, maybe a little smaller. And then so like a week goes by, she has a movement, a bowel movement, and then she's looking very active. This whole time she's looking very active, like looking around the tub, flicking her tongue. Everything looks okay other than like the body size. So I feed her again, just a not very much bigger ASF. Eats it, is going well. So about 4 days ago, I go to look in the tub, and she is almost like her skin is like this under her tail. I don't know if you can like see that or whatever, but it's just like to where it was like under her belly and stuff, from like, if she's this long, this back, she was just all like flattened when she was down. Just seemed like, and I'm wondering if that water just emptied out of her. And so I don't know, like I'm always gave her fresh water. I know they get hydration from the rodents, so. But that was when the last few days, when she was alive, I was really, really concerned. I told Michaela, I was like, yo, I was optimistic, thinking, we're about to give her to Canova and they can treat her and stuff. But then when this happened, I had kind of got it in my head. I like to be optimistic, but I was very braced for what did eventually end up happening when I did see that body condition, because it was a rough sight, just seeing it was like very rough. I guess I kind of want to talk about, my feelings about it and stuff. This is our first snake that we've had die. She was the most expensive snake in our collection, and for good reason. She was, she was gorgeous. Her genetics were incredible. A lot of potential with her. I mean, it was soul crushing, guys. At first, even though I was braced for it, when you put time and love and effort and sweat and just all these things towards something, and you want it to not just when she was sick, but just to all these animals, all of our rats. Even though I know these rats are food, I still put 100% effort into keeping them happy and healthy. So when certain things happen like that, it is a crushing blow. You go through a lot of emotions, and I consider myself, and I'm practicing, trying to be stoic. And so I buried her in the backyard near the apple tree, and while I'm sitting there digging the hole, and I put her in the hole, my dogs are around me, and I'm just thinking, I'm like, one day I'm gonna be burying my dogs, and one day I'm gonna be buried, and just all these. So it was very interesting, all the thoughts that come up when an event like this happens. And I'm sure there will be more of these, especially with hatchlings and stuff. You're gonna lose snakes. So, but this was an interesting scenario where a snake did get sick, and you see it decline, and you're doing all you can, reaching out, trying to fix it and stuff, and just knowing it wasn't enough. It was a tough blow, and but we're going to continue to process it and hopefully learn from it. I'm not, maybe just try sooner and stuff. I'm sure we'll learn as we go what we could have done better. But, we tried. Huge shout out to Canova and Windy City for, reaching out and always trying to help me with questions and stuff. Really appreciate that. Go back, watch her unboxing video, see the short she was in. She was a beautiful, beautiful snake. And, she will be missed, and her potential will be missed, and her attitude. I know it's like, there's people out there who are like, the only good snake is a dead snake. So, so they can't relate to things like that. But when you work with these animals and you see them, and you, like I said, put all this time and love into it, it is heartbreaking to see them go. But it does happen. So, I don't know. If there's anybody out there that hasn't ran into this yet, I'm very happy for you. And when you do, maybe you can watch this and kind of relate, and I know you'll be going through it too. As you know, there could be a lot of different ways to navigate this video, talking about like feelings, emotions, what it really means and stuff, and all this. But I'll just kind of cut it off and leave it there, and just giving you guys a very sad update, unfortunately. Make sure you come back next Tuesday, because we'll be unboxing a brand new snake, and we are super excited for that snake, and it ties into this story. So thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for subscribing. If you're new here, and this is your first video you watched, sorry this is the first one, but it is part of our story. Come back next Tuesday for a much happier Pura Vida Tuesday, and we'll see you guys then. Hope you have a great week. Peace.